Erling Braut Haaland became a top soccer player. Have you ever wondered how some of the world's top athletes became who they are today? What's their secret? Let's take a trip to Norway and discover how one rising star, Erling Haaland, made it to the top. Erling was born in Leeds, England, to a Norwegian player who was a member of the English Premier League at the time. But when he came to Molde, Norway, he started his road to becoming a great striker. Molde is a football-loving city home to the reigning Norwegian champions, Molde FK. Haaland was signed by the club when he was 16 years old, and it was there that the lanky adolescent blossomed into a powerful athlete. In fact, throughout his 2 years with the club, he grew 8 centimeters and currently stands at a towering 1.94 m. Torbjørg Hagen, nicknamed Tante, the club's kitchen, is one of the keys to Erling's quick climb. She used to cook for the Norwegian biathlon team before joining Molde and Manchester United icon Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Tante was responsible for Erling's nutrition, ensuring that he ate like a horse because he was a young, slender, tall youngster still developing and needed to acquire muscular mass. But it wasn't simply Tante who was influential in Erling's growth. Bror Stensland, Molde's fitness coach, was also instrumental in keeping Erling injury-free. As Erling got taller, Stensland made sure he had the power to fight with adult opponents without overtraining him. And it was in Molde when Erling, then 17, scored 4 goals in 17 minutes during a First Division encounter in Bergen. A celebrity was born, and his ascension to the top was only getting started. What's Erling's success formula? It could be a combination of proper diet, fitness training, and soaking it all in throughout training. It could be magic. Erling Braut Haaland has become one of the world's top players via hard work, devotion, and the ideal team. Erling Haaland knew he was talented at football when he was young, but he also realized that becoming a professional player and one of the greatest in the world would take a lot of hard work. He desired to accomplish both and has been steadily working towards those goals ever since. Despite its small population of 12,000 people, Bryn is well known for its football, and it was here that Erling began his football career. He biked all over town for training and school, while his family lived only 5 to 10 minutes away. Bryn was his home, and he liked living in this little village. Bryn FK competed in the UEFA Cup in the 1980s and was a top-flight team when Haaland was born. However, they are now in the 3rd level. We go to Bryn Stadium, where Erling made his home debut at 15, playing for Norway's 2nd Division. Despite his low grade, he encountered powerful individuals and improved his intelligence. Erling began his career playing on artificial grass or in indoor rooms, and as he grew older, he began playing at Bryn's spectacular stadium. Erling's first coach, Alfing Berntsen, shows us the pitch where he made his home debut, and we discover that he played many games here before coming to Molde. Erling's father, Alfing, was a defender in Leeds when he was born, first for Bryn FK and then for Nottingham, Leeds, and Manchester. Before coming home, Alfing played 187 Premier League games and 34 times for Norway. Alfing was not high pressure. He let Erling develop independently without meddling in any training session or competition. Erling values the attitude lessons he got from him, since he was always there to provide guidance when required. Football is a team sport. You must respect and support your teammates to be good. The Haalands are big football fans, and Erling's stepsisters and mother are among them. Erling has become a role model for young Norwegians since his Champions League win and moved to Dortmund. Everyone wants to play football today, and Alfing remains Erling's most trusted counsel. Erling has had several role models, but his father has been the most influential. His father encouraged him to pursue his ambition of becoming a high-level professional football player. Erling is still working hard to become one of the finest players in the world, and we wish him the best of luck on his path. Erling Haaland hails from an athletic family. Arne Larsen Kland, his great-uncle, is a legend at his local club of Bryn. Alfing Haaland, his father, was a footballer who played for clubs such as Leeds United and Manchester City. Unfortunately, Alphonse is also famous for sustaining a career-ending injury at the hands of Manchester United's Roy Keane, who subsequently retaliated in a vicious tackle that terminated Alphonse's career. Despite this setback, Alphonse became a coach and began training his kid at a young age. Alfing Bernsen, Erling's current coach, was also his coach in Brine for nearly 10 years. Bernsen claims Erling was a natural striker with excellent reflexes and box intelligence, but he also had a strong winning attitude and never feared a challenge. He became increasingly more hardworking and committed to his art as he grew older. According to Bernsen, what truly distinguishes Erling is his self-assurance. He was born with it and continued to add to it with each new level he attained. Bernsen didn't push Erling in any one way, instead giving him the time and space to develop naturally. Erling was a member of a group of around 30 boys and girls in Brine for many years, but he always stood out, and everyone knew he was born to be great. Erling has achieved excellence in his career by playing for Molde, RB Salzburg, and now Borussia Dortmund. He is a feared attacker and a fan favorite, with his name and number on most shirts sold in Dortmund's club shop. Erling's success has changed Norwegian views of the Bundesliga, with more people now paying attention to the league and rooting for him. His success has sparked interest in how to develop players like him. Bernsen believes that it is impossible to make someone like Erling. He was born with unique abilities that he has been perfecting since he was a toddler. However, you can do a few things to foster the development of this type of skill. You may offer kids room to grow at their speed without putting too much pressure or expectation on them. You can motivate them to work hard and keep focused on their objectives, and you can love and appreciate them both on and off the pitch. He realized he still had much to learn and develop when he moved to Salzburg, Austria, and began scoring goals in the Austrian Bundesliga. He witnessed players like Kylian Mbappé dominate France's Ligue 1 and set his goals even higher. On the other hand, Haaland's former teammates in Molde recall him as a determined and skilled player, even in his early days. Haaland was already a good striker who could succeed, according to Fredrik Orsnes, who played alongside him. Orsnes also saw Haaland's dedication to his trade and constant attention on the upcoming game. Despite his desire, Haaland was well-liked in the locker room. He was known for his contagious energy and sense of humor, and he frequently hung out with his closest friends, such as Erik Hestad and Orsnes. Hestad and Haaland even shared an apartment in the city center, where they watched football and cooked meals. Haaland's talents and confidence developed, and he became an important player for Molde. In 2018, he scored 16 goals in 30 games and was voted Norway's Eliteserien's best newcomer. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, the man who brought Haaland to Molde in the first place, was impressed with his performance. Erling Moe took over as Molde's coach when Solskjaer left for Manchester. Molde, a tiny town with only 32,000, may appear to be an improbable location for a football superstar to develop. Former teammates and coaches, however, felt that Haaland's peaceful surroundings and lack of distractions helped him focus on his game and enhance his talents. Haaland made his Molde debut on July 1, 2018, when he scored 4 goals in 17 minutes against Brann Bergen. Molde's speed, strength, and precision overwhelmed the Brann players, and he won the game 4-0. This remarkable performance drew the interest of elite teams from all around Europe. Still, Haaland took things slowly and signed a 5-year contract with Red Bull Salzburg, which begins on January 1, 2019. Despite leaving Molde, Haaland's former teammates remember him warmly and are proud of his accomplishments. He is described as a hungry and daring player who never gives up and always looks for chances to score goals. That's it for this episode of Haaland's rise to stardom. Stay tuned for the next chapter, where we'll look at more inspiring stories from some of the sport's top performers. Thank you for watching, and please remember to subscribe for more football stuff.